Hello everyone, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with an episode of Shelter War. It has been a while since our last video, so I will do some catch up, trying to let you guys know where I am, the progress I've made since our last video. And the main purpose of this video is going to be talking about the Doom Dome. We've briefly discussed it in the past, but today I'm going to jump in and talk about the progress I'm able to make now and the benefit the Doom Dome can get for you. So before we do that, let's go ahead and jump in and do a little review of where I am with my squad. As a reminder, I think the last time we did a video, everything was maxed out. There's nothing left for us to upgrade. So the only thing we can do is our control center. And part of this video, I'm going to try to decide if I am going to update my control center. I've been back and forth on that for several days, and I will be discussing it out loud here on the channel and hopefully be able to come up with my idea and my plan. I was clicking on that. I was going over here to see if there's any, just to show there's nothing else to upgrade here. So everything's upgraded, and obviously just because everything's upgraded is not necessarily the time to do it. In many of the other games I cover, this is the time when you don't upgrade. You want to make sure you build up enough inventory stuff so you can go ahead and get to the next level. And that's what I've been doing. So pretty much I'm maxed out on everything right here. Water obviously is the most difficult resource to get at this point, and from what I hear at CC6, iron is, significantly more difficult to get. So that will be a struggle I have to get to. So what have I been doing lately? My Curiosa, I've been working on making her stronger. So she is actually level 20 now, which is the max level you can be for CC5. And after 85 more points, which we should be able to get to in this video, she'll be maxed out and she can't get any stronger. So at CC6, you can start adding different items in here. We'll uncover how that happens in future videos, adding these implants. And what it sounds like you can only get green implants. You can't go to the epics or the legendaries yet, but I'm sure that's coming in future updates. So anyway, we leveled her up there. I've been working on producing 5 stars. I've gotten a pretty good handful of them so far. Obviously they're not needed yet. You don't really need anything more than a 2-star at this point, but for the future, I don't want to have to go back and have to retrain people once they get to doing their job, so I want to keep them there. So I'm basically going to make 5 stars early and make them often, and then once I'm full 5-star squad, I don't need to worry about it anymore. So right now I have 2 people in there constantly making new dwellers, and if they're not a 5-star, I kick them up, and if they are, I start training them up for something. So here we got 1 here, and I have 3 of these people right now where I basically have fully trained on everything, so I can put them anywhere. And the point was to try to have 2 of them, a man and a woman, here in the bioprinter, so I can constantly have max stats for the people I'm making. So I actually have a man and a woman in there right now, and they are all 25s in there as well. So, but with my water full quite often, my food full quite often, and my energy, basically I have people not doing anything a lot. So I often have them just training just because, why not? So anyway, so we have level 5s. There's a 3. We got to toss him out soon. There's a 4 there. I thought I had a 5 in there. Interesting. Okay. Food, I don't know if I have any 5s in the food yet. So nothing there. So there's a bunch. There's 5 we got to replace. I now have 2 5-star fighters. There's 1, there's 2. And then we got these 3 and 4. We'll go back and look at our fighters here in a bit. So there's 2 5 stars. What do we have for water? There's 1. Okay, so we got 1, so that's a total of 3. Looks like we can actually increase her, so let's just do that right now. There we go. We can make even more water. Water is, like I said, one of the harder resources to get here. So at this point for CC5, it says 1, 2, 3 5 stars, 4, 5, and then we got 1 here. So we got 6 5 stars out of a total of, what do we have, 15 dwellers? 18. So one third of our dwellers right now are 5 stars. Like I said, I like to do that on my game, so I'm going to keep working on that. So that's the progress I've made. Got my Curiosa up there. And, in the last event that we had, I just upgraded to CC5 and I wasn't that strong and I couldn't do a lot of things. So on my map, which I've actually made some progress on the map as well, I did, posed the question before. It's like, once you get to a certain level, is there red? And the answer is yes. So I finished the Thirsty Plains. Once I finished that, got to the Acid Sea, the Desert Skull opens up for reds. So Acid Sea I will not be doing here at all, because I need to have 34,000 power, and as you can see, my squad power is 30,000. You know, maybe depending on setup I might be able to do that fight, but it's not really worth spending 13,000 water just to find out, just because water is so much in demand. And here we got yellow starting on this one, and this one is 25,000, so we could beat some of those probably. And then here, the Desert of Skulls, I've gone in as I've had a little bit extra water, gotten through a few of those. That started at 25,000 back here, it's up to 28 now, so. And the fights are getting harder and very expensive, 23,000 water. So that's 1/6 of my water just to do that, even more than 1/6 actually. So that's the progress I've made here. But given my squad power, when we had that last event, we had things that kept popping up, which there's a bug in the code right now that it still shows up in my daily requests for these cap thieves that come in there. You know, if I actually had my squad where I am right now, I would have been able to finish these every single day, and you got a lot of caps, which would have allowed me to finish the event. And also getting further in the Doom Dome, which we're going to cover in a bit, I would have got a lot more caps there as well. So I'm training up my my third 5-star fighter right here. So I forgot to count that one, so that's number 7. And yeah, so that, you know, that goes back to my question of whether I go up to CC5 or not, or 6, sorry, Control Center 6. And we're going to jump into the Doom Dome and cover some things in a moment, but the reason I'm wondering if I should or shouldn't is, should I just continue to grind levels down below, continue to get materials, so that when I get to Control Center 6, I'd be able to jump in and be more competitive for the next event that much quicker. Speaking of the next event, so before we get to the Control Center, let me go ahead and throw this up at you. This is something I'm wondering if there's a new event coming soon or not. This was posted on the Facebook page right here. So we have recently residents noticed a strange hypermutant at the shelter gate. Unlike the congeners, he doesn't seem to hate people. I guess that would mean that the people who are on the front who keep trying to break into the shelter. After a brief altercation with Curiosa, he offered to put a bullet between her eyes just in case SIR convinced her to send a negotiator to him. Who knows? An unusual hypermutant might be able to establish a mutant beneficial cooperation. So I saw this and I, you know, kind of wondering. My first thought, and I actually posted it a couple places, was, you know, we got a new event coming in. And, you know, I don't, you know, after reading a little bit more, I'm not positive. So right when I saw this, I was like, all right, I'm not going to upgrade to Control Center 6 because I don't want to get to the same point where I was before. I'm not going to be able to compete and get the top level stuff, because I heard people were able to finish that last event just by, you know, doing daily grinding. And since I couldn't max out my grinding, I couldn't finish it. I did make a little bit more progress, as we'll see in a moment. So my first thoughts were this was going to be an event. No, I'm not so sure. It could be something new. But even if it is, if I can upgrade, maybe I can make enough progress in the days coming before the event. There are events coming every other game. Hustle Castle, Zero City, not every other game. Those have events coming very soon. So maybe this one's going to stay on that same schedule and they're going to have an event going. So that's kind of what I'm going back and forth on whether I should do it or not. Regardless, this is very cool graphics, very cool art in this game, which I love. It's very nice to see. So anyway, so that's one of my decision factors. Before we get into the Doom Dome, let's go ahead and look at the squad. So I think we saw this last time. We went ahead and went down the path and bought the daggers. That was the plan. And then I started going up that middle path just to see how far we could get. But we got him pretty strong. But, you know, I'm still only uncommon armor here, which it would be nice if I could get something a little bit stronger, but I haven't seen anything yet. So we're still going with uncommon, but with it, we're still doing pretty good. And this has been a pretty good setup for me. But this is a little bit of a surprise. I ended up getting down that second path quite a ways, and with watching commercials and stuff with the 3 extended days, I got right to the very end. So I saw that I had enough coins. I was able to buy my way to get enough caps to get this last one. So I ended up getting my second legendary, which has been highly useful. I wasn't running a restore, but with this one, it's been pretty useful, getting 14,000 restore every once in a while. Excuse me, I did have another damage engineer going, and his damage is not as far off as the other damage was. So this, you know, it sent me back a little bit, but you know, it had some crit, which was better. This engineering is causing my restore to go better, and I was able to take advantage of the engineering coming in here. So it actually has worked out pretty well. So I have a second engineer going legendary, which has been highly helpful. I got Angela in the back doing tons of damage, getting some items here that she got from the Doom Dome, which we will be covering the Doom Dome store here in a bit. And I do have quite a few different sniper epics and Oops, what happened there? Things that are useful to the squad. So she's been doing some pretty good damage there in the back. So her damage is up to 634. High crit, 848, not bad. And then this Helen has been, you know, she's a beast doing this flamethrower. She gets in there and does a lot of damage. She's often doing more damage than others on the squad. So, you know, I was going back and forth on what I should be using. I was running a second sniper for a while, but this damage seems to be a lot better with her. I haven't gone back to try the sniper with better equipment, so maybe it's better now, but this has been working out pretty well. And what is this? For her, she doesn't use engineering because this has nothing to do with engineering. It's just pure damage. And this has nothing to do with engineering, so I don't really need that for her, so that's why I didn't put the other gear on. And was that it? Did I cover everybody? Let's see, you. And then back up front, yeah. So that's what we're running with. So with all of that, squad power is now up to 30,000. I know there's plenty of people higher than me, but with this, you know, I think the highest person we saw on the Caps Invader was like 28,000. So I could have competed with him, and I could have beaten, you know, more than likely everybody and gotten all those caps. So again, that's the next event comes, if it's the same kind of a concept again, where it's based on your control center level, rather than on your top fighter level. You know, it'd be good to be as high as possible. And from what I heard, when you upgraded Control Center 6, this iron is really, really hard to get, and it's really slow to gather. So it's going to be slow upgrading. And the first thing I want to try to do, obviously, is get my fighters trained up to level 25 or 30. Where are we at? 25. So get them to trained up to 30. So I got to work on my resources and everything so I can get the ability to train them up to 30. And hopefully I can do that and get them up quick enough. But then I need to get the gear as well. So the good thing that's going to come from this is the gear I'm running right now is going to be useful for a while, rather than running, you know, common and uncommon. I got some epics and some legendaries, which would be useful. And a good way to get legendaries, obviously, was the event. A good way to get epics are from the Doom Dome, which again goes back to, should I upgrade or not? So the Doom store here, you know, just like in Hustle Castle and all the other games, you have a store where you can grind in the arena and get good items. And I have not gone back in since there's a refresh. This just did refresh this morning. I haven't seen it yet. So we have, you know, without looking at the specifics, go back into the store. I will read that in a minute. So you got a good weapon, usually a good armor, and then you have a chance for an epic belt module or gadget. And at Control Center 6, there's even more stuff. And then, of course, you can get some rares and things like that. And then you can get the Doom Crate, which, you know, gives you a bunch of random stuff that I'm not interested in. In general, I don't find that as a good deal. Maybe when I get up to the next level, it will, because it'll give me a bunch of items that will more than likely all be useful. But at this first level, I mean, right now, since I have so many epics, just getting some random epics isn't going to be useful to me at all. And I believe I saw that you can get some legendary items at the next level, and those cost 10,000 of these, what are we calling these guys? These coins or whatever. And, you know, I've saved up 10,000 so far. I might spend some on these two. We'll see what they are. Looks like I'm probably not going to. Or I could do these as well, obviously. But I've saved up 10,000 so far, and that's not going to be enough to get me tons, but, you know, maybe a little bit. So all of these things, I know I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm trying to talk myself into or out of buying at this point. So, all right, priority snipers, engineer. When attacking, has an 18 to 20% chance of doing acid shot that deals 193% damage to all enemies in the area over half a second and reduces their attack speed by 20. This could be good, but the question is it better than my flamethrower? That is going to be the big question. So let's see, 509 damage. Engineering doesn't matter because she's not using engineering. 18 to 20, dealing 193 damage to all enemies in area every half a second for 4 seconds. So that would be 380 over 4 seconds. That's 1,200 damage and 509. So let's go look to see what our flamethrower is doing right now. So this one, it's a higher low, but a lower high. Level 35, which is the same. 18, it was 18 to 20, it's the same. To launch a powerful stream of fire, which deals 83% weapon damage to all affected enemies over 4 seconds. 83% weapon damage. Weapon damage is 452. So that would be 400 over 4 seconds. That's not very much. The burning enemy receives 792, which that's been huge. That's been highly useful. Plus she fires off a missile every once in a while. I don't know where that comes from. I guess it's the... I guess that's the one. Oh, no. The missile comes from my my sniper. Yeah, so it's a little better for sure, but not tons better. So it's probably not worth spending all of those coins. And what was our other option here? Engineer armor. I don't think we need this either. Chance to increase dodge. So that's, I mean, good health, good engineering. Let's see, 668 to 698. That could be useful for our restore. But again, is it really worth, since we're going to be going up, is it going to be that beneficial that quickly? Restore right here. He's got, okay, so it's this. That's better. Chance to be somewhat better. Just not hugely better. So again, I just don't think those are really worth spending when I want to upgrade. It might be worth saving these until I get to the next level. So I think I'm not going to make those purchases. That was one of the items I was waiting on. Yeah, not going to do that. All right, well, the whole point of this video is going to be to cover the Doom Dome, and I obviously have been all over the board. I have not been very organized. I do apologize for that. But what the Doom Dome is, you come in here, you know, you cover 5 waves. After 5 waves, you get a chest. And I thought that was it. But it turns out there's another 5 waves. And if you finish that, you get a chest. And it turns out if you finish that, there's another 5 waves, you get another chest. That last chest is really good. It's just really expensive because right now, as you can see, I have basically gotten through 8 waves and it costs tons of water to get here. That's why I kind of been doing it through the day and going in, watching my videos and collecting water as I can. So I got my water maxed out. And I have the ability to, you know, let's just go ahead and jump in and do it while we're talking, because these are, you know, slow loading screens here. And, you know, I've been getting through 10 waves almost with no spells. I think I had to throw 1 or 2 spells in there occasionally at the end. One of the last fights or 2. But my power is, you know, this guy's got way more health than me. Or not way more, but 2,000 more health. But with the setup I've been running, you know, we got some heals going. He's got some heals. This one actually looks like it could be a tougher fight than I've seen in a while. But we got the restores going. You know, our engineer here is just doing massive fire damage. Our guns in the back are doing great. So, I mean, we just, you know, they have 2,000 more health, but we just deal a lot more damage. And it's been a pretty good setup. And it's been working out for me. So what I've been doing is basically just, you know, getting that equipment from the Doom store or from that last event. There's a bunch of epics that came out. Plus I got those 2 legendaries, and I've been slowly building up my team strength, which has allowed me now to get through 10 levels. I think I might have got through 11 levels once, or I almost did. I might have only gotten through two stages in the 11th level. Or the 10th level. I finished 10th, so number 11. But again, it's so expensive. So if you fail, you know, it's like 20,000 per fight or something ridiculous like that. So, you know, if you make a mistake, like for me, it's the end of my day. So after this, I go to bed and I don't have time to, you know, farm any more water for the last few hours before the day refreshes. So the next level, from what I understand, control center level, everything increases in prices and water. Your strength will increase, but everything costs more too. So, you know, I think I am going to kick off that upgrade. Hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, the event's going to be a little ways away. And if it is, that's basically ideal, where it gives me time to build up my strength. To be the same kind of thing, to slowly doing these. I won't be able to get through 10 of 10 anymore in the Doom Dome, but I'll be able to get to, you know, level 3, 4, hopefully 5, and then I can start getting some gear and just slowly increasing it enough. So when that event comes up, I can be hopefully productive in that event. And, you know, more than likely it will be a different type of event, a different style of event, so maybe it will fit my squad a little bit better. Who knows? Alright, so as you can see, this is basically the grinding that I do every day. I do the Doom Dome, you know, hopefully 10 of 10. It's been 10 of 10 for a while, as long as I can get in there and farm enough water, which is the biggest constraint at the moment. And then I do the 10 invasions at the gate, and that allows me to complete all my dailies, and then that's it. And that's about all the content there is right now. And then you can go through the, you know, the PvE area, but that costs a lot of water too. So if you're doing everything else, you can't really get too far. So I try to get through a level or 2 of that every day as well, if I have enough water. This battle might get a little tougher. We might need to do a little something here. Oh no, we're okay. We're fine. We're fine. Not bad. So from what I've heard, Control Center 6, to be able to get through 10 levels of Doom Dome, you need to have a squad power of around 60,000. 65,000. And I am at 30. So I jump right up. I'll be half power where it should be. So does that mean I can get through 5 levels? Probably not. I don't, because this doesn't scale quite like that at my level right now. I'm fighting people at, what, 25,000 now? So we're on wave 10 now, and I'm fighting 24,000. I think the first level I fought was 18,000. And again, this appears to be based on your control center level. It does not appear to be based on your squad level, because I've been getting stronger. You know, I initially was trying to take the strength versus power approach that I'm, you know, trying to teach in Hustle Castle and Zero City and American Dad and all those games, because you want to level up smartly. You don't want to just throw something on just to throw it on. But in this game, it doesn't seem to make a difference. It seems like you're fighting people based on your control center level, not on your squad power. So the stronger you get, the further you get, rather than the harder your opponents are going to get. And there could be other aspects to the game coming, because obviously there's a lot of content in this game that's not out yet, that they're still developing, because the game itself is still in beta. And I don't know when it's going to be coming out of beta. Is it going to be when, you know, the iOS version comes out? Is it going to be once they get the full, you know, Clan Wars and the full content out? I don't know. I haven't heard any schedule of when they're expecting to do that. Hopefully soon. But I, you know, constant look on the App Store, constant look on Google Play Store for the updated versions, or, you know, if it's on iOS, any version, because that will make playing this game significantly easier for me. And it's not there, so, and keep checking the socials as well. A lot of stuff gets posted on Facebook, and there's a Discord server as well, so following all that. And I haven't seen anything about schedules yet, so keeping fingers crossed it'll be coming soon, but again, you know, who knows. But in the meantime, this is my schedule. You know, I get in there and do my dailies here. Ooh, that's a pretty cool gear. Fortunately, I can get through 10 of 10 now, so that gives me a lot of these coins, and these coins are what, you know, allow you to build your strength. So that has allowed me to get to where I've gotten. It's been highly productive, and I definitely recommend it. Rather than leveling just to level, rather than you have nothing left in your castle, your shelter to upgrade, so you upgrade to the next level. And for this game, there's only 6 control centers at this point anyway, so there's really no point getting there too quickly, because you're going to be with all the people that have been playing for a long time and a lot stronger than you. So I'm going to jump into basically the top level people that have been playing forever, or as long as the game's been around anyway. So that's another reason not to hurry. Not that I'm talking myself out of it. I think I made the decision. I'm going to do the upgrade. Once we finish 6 of 6 here, 10 of 10, 10 of 10, I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's certainly not going to finish in this video. I expect it to finish by tomorrow, but not sure how long it's going to take. All right, so I haven't really been paying attention if I have to worry about people infighting here. This time I'm going to be careful just in case, because it's the last one. Looks like we're going to be fine. Squad strength, and this is all with my brawler not even having the best gear. He's got 2 uncommon items on him. And I actually heard a couple people mentioning also that people are running some mixed squads. So you have your mixed setups. So you have a tank. Sorry for cracking my knuckles there. You have your tank running, rather than as a tank, you have it as an assassin. So, you know, I could try that. You know, maybe we'll try that once just to see what happens. So go ahead and put a sniper gear on them so they can start dealing a lot of damage, which isn't really the point of that person. But maybe that with Restore could be highly useful. You know what? Let's go in there and try that. Let's see what happens. Let's take, because I don't have a good gear for him anyway. So let's go Brawler, change that to a Sniper. And we have a 25 sniper gear. So what do we have here? I haven't even looked at this. So health will drop by 1,700. That's huge. That could be a game changer. That might immediately make this not good. I mean, it's only level 21, so that's part of the problem. Physical damage 175, which is nothing. So damage will go up to 600. That'll be good. We have armor here, which we don't have armor. And we'll have some crit. When receiving damage, 11% chance to increase physical damage. I have a feeling this is going to end up very, very badly. Let's go blue to blue here and see what we have. Same health as the other one. 194 damage. So that damage is better. 10% chance to increase crit. You know, I'm going to try it just to test it out, but I have a feeling this will not end well. His power goes up by 300, and again, hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have to worry about our squad power, because this is not true power the way I want true power to be. I I don't have anywhere to test it other than the Doom Dome, and now I'm going against a top level person here, or a level wave 11 person. All right, so here we go. So 10 wave is this box, which has a chance of some good stuff, and it's all blue. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm not interested in blue. But interestingly enough, we get to wave 15. Look what we have here. We have guaranteed epics, and guaranteed 1 through 5 epics. So if you're strong enough to get here, and if you can farm 15 waves, you can just crazy crank out tons of great materials. Obviously you're spending tons and tons of water to do it, but we've got 16,000, so 50,000 just to get through one wave, and that's half of what I'm producing. Look at that. After just a little bit, I'm already down to 80,000, so I can only get through, you know, one wave here. So I'm going to try this. I haven't done it before. Let's see if I can I don't know, let's see what happens. I'm going to get spells ready, just not, or whatever they're called here, just to throw them out there, because I don't really want to waste 16,000 water for nothing. I should have experimented on lower levels. I kind of forgot about that. I wanted to try it. Alright, so he's just... Again, we can't look at stats, which is kind of a pain. He is doing a lot of damage. Very quickly, as a matter of fact. And now we're going to win, but I don't know if that gained us anything. I mean, we can't do a comparison, so it'd be nice if we can get a steady fight there to see how that worked out. They did do a lot of damage, so again, hopefully they get stats added to this game sooner rather than later, so we can go back and review battle stats, and that will, you know, allow you to do a lot of comparisons and determine what the best setups are. So I'm not going to run that for now. It's interesting, and it looks like it is something that could be viable. But it's even more viable considering the fact that my gear is so bad. What is this one? So this is a sniper, extra 270 in health. Plus, oh, this is what we looked at before. I thought it was the same health. This is even better health. So that's the better setup, because we have better health and better damage. And what about some of these guys? None of those would be better, otherwise I would have had them already. Alright, well, no. Let's try one more. Why not? We got the water, and we're over 10,000 now of those, which is going to help us moving forward to buy, you know, 1 or 2 maybe items at the next level. Thought this was going to be a very short video, but I do have a tendency to ramble on about a lot of this stuff, so kind of experimenting as I'm going here. That was a couple extra heals there. That came in handy. Got that extra heal in there. There we go. We're gonna win this one. Ooh, hold on. Thought I spoke too soon there for a moment. Once that tank goes down, though, it's not really a tank anymore at this point, I guess. Once the assassin goes down, it gets a little bit hairy. Okay, at this point, I think this is where I got last night, and I couldn't get past the next one, and then I ran out of water. Oops, I thought I'd click on that. At this point, we might as well just finish this last level. You know, maybe I'll just keep this gear on for a while and see what happens. You know, like I said, I'm going to upgrade here, so it won't be here for long. One more, and then we'll finish our 11th, hopefully, 11th level of the Doom Dome, 11th wave. 42,000, 16,000 water. We're almost to the point where we can't do anything anyway. Our Curiosa should be maxed out on XP as well. I didn't even go and look at that. I haven't been paying attention, but I saw something. I don't know if it was the invasions or what, but once you get to the point where experience is full, it says that it's full, and you need to basically go up and level your Curiosa again. But here I can't. I shouldn't be able to anyway. I haven't looked, but uh-oh. We are going to be in trouble. All right, we're going to put shields on. There we go. We should be okay. Yeah, we're fine. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Got a little bit scared there for a minute. That went down really quick. All right, well, there we go. We cleared 11 waves, and now we're out of water. So that'll be the last one I get through. But that is what the Doom Dome is, especially on my emulator, which these load screens are slower, and I have a feeling on my phone it would be faster, because in the other games I played, these load screens are slower. but it makes trying to progress through all this really slow. And doing this every day, it just takes up a lot of time. So hopefully they're going to come up with a way to make this better. And here we go. Let's see what happens when we have Curiosa here. I can get to 21. I thought, oh, look at that. Well, I just wasted a little bit of stuff there. Okay, well, I guess there's that. Maybe I shouldn't upgrade. I was going to wait until I got her fully maxed out, which I thought was 20. Obviously, it makes sense to 25 because that's what everybody else is. But, all right, change every day. Is anyone... Okay, well, now we're up to 31,000 with her getting up and then me having the wrong gear on our tank. Had to spend a bunch of food, but food is never a problem because there's nothing to do. But, you know, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We talked about it. There's no reason not to other than if there's an event coming. If there's an event coming the next couple days, I'll be kicking myself because we're not going to get very far in the event again. But I think it's, yeah, yep. Stop discussing it. Just going to do it. One day. All right. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. 270,000. Well, at least my food can start being used again. So here's the question. Let's see if these guys can speed anything up here. They took an hour off. And get out of the way. So a little over 2 hours off by adding those guys in there. So that is their purpose. I don't have a lot of these gears. I do have tons of chests to open, and they're both maxed out on what they can do. You know, I can get better. I'm sure I have plenty of gear in here. There's so many chests open, but I can't really use most of that stuff right now. So it's just sitting there, and there's tons of these have food in them, and I can't use the food. So I've just been storing them. So once I get to the next level, and I believe that most of those will scale. So, you know, you should start getting higher level stuff with those. I'm hoping anyway. So, all right. Well, the decision's made. We are going to Control Center 6. Be there in one day, tomorrow night. And the time being, I will hold on to that because, oh, actually, yeah, might as well do it now. I was holding it, and in the other games you can be attacked and this stuff can get stolen, but nobody can attack me at this point, and it's not getting lost. And once I get to tomorrow night, I can start using the food again. Hold on a second. How much food do I only have 3 people working in there, so I might need to take a couple of these people and put them back in, or maybe take this guy. And these guys for food, whatever. I can do some switching. I got plenty of people that are trained for both. We'll have to start doing a little bit better in our food production, which right now is what? 5,000 per hour with 3 people, and this is no 10,000 per hour. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that for sure because it's gonna take a while to get that up there. Okay, well, look at that. Control Center 6, be here tomorrow. So that was a lot of stuff. The whole point was supposed to be Doom Dome, but we covered a bunch of stuff. I think it was highly productive. I got the coins are getting back up there. We got lots of materials ready for the next level. Our Curiosa is up to 21. And yeah, hopefully I can grind up a little bit higher and be closer to level 30 for a lot of my stuff before the event starts. But we'll get there soon, and I'll let you guys know what I find out about the chest scaling, which I believe they do, and everything else, you know, assuming that once I get to Control Center 6, I'll start getting level 30 gear, even though I can't use it until I train them up. So we'll cover that in a video very soon. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.